Sagittarius, hello, welcome to your November reading. Thank you for being here. I hope you are doing well. Let's see what's coming through for you. This will be a Celtic cross. I will show you the cards. If you want to book a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. You can, if you have questions, you can send me an email, or the link is also here if you want to schedule a reading. You can use this for your sun, moon, and rising sign. Okay. So in November, we will be in the energy of judgment because November 2025 adds to number 20, which is a judgment in tarot. A judgment has to do with completion of a transition. Like it may feel like um, so this could mean we coming across, so this is a collective energy. You want to pay attention to what's going on in your own personal life. Judgment means new information, new insights, and coming out of a period of stagnancy. So this has to do with keeping an open mind, staying open to different possibilities, different options. And for this is also about learning, learning new skills, changing our worldviews, changing the way we see situations, our experiences, possibilities, and things like that. So this is about coming out of that dark phase. And freedom is also what judgment is. Freedom, feeling that sense of uh, you know feeling lighter. How does it feel when we come when someone comes out of like a dark small box? So for some, it also has to do with realizing our potential and then reaching out for new possibilities and things like that. So yes, vastness, expansiveness, opportunities is what judgment represents. Now let's see how in November there will be two retrogrades. Mercury is going retrograde, and then Jupiter is also retrograde. So retrograde has to do with slowdowns and going inward, self-reflection. And judgment is also intuition. When we go inward and reflect on our experiences, we come across a new insight. It help us see our experiences, ourselves in a new way. Okay, so Sagittarius, your cards are Page of Swords is in the center of the reading, and then Page of Wands. So this is youthful energy. You are throwing caution to the wind and staying open is what I'm seeing with those two cards. This could be your own personalities. So Page of Swords is caution. Being very careful. Page of Wands is freedom. Freedom to experiment, freedom to express, creativity, passion is what that energy is. For the subconscious, you have Eight of Swords, and for the past is Wheel of Fortune, which is the energy of October. Conscious is Hierophant. For the immediate future, you have Five of Pentacles, and the advice is the Star card. Yes, freedom. I told you. Intuition. Environment is Eight of Pentacles. Opportunities, Knight of Swords. And then final outcome card is the Sun. Yes, that's what we want. And then Ace of Cups is on the back of the deck. Yes. So you have some really beautiful cards here. You have Ace of Cups, Star is also here, and the Sun is also here. The Sun and the Star. Okay. So all well that ends well. With the Sun, it feels like again both these cards here has to do with freedom, a rebirth moment, and this is you moving into a new beginning with a new perspective, with fresh eyes, um, youthful energy. So things are looking brighter. And Ace of Cups is on the back of the deck. This has to do with love. And so, for some Capricorns out there, if you are looking for love, this could mean meeting someone, youthful energy. So, this is could be you connecting with a friend, or it could be romantic love for some of you. And in existing relationships, this could also be commitments, If there have been some issues in relationships, this could mean you seeking a third party perspective like counseling or something like that. Or for some, this could be you taking it to the next level, tying knots, renewing your vows. Yes. On the other hand, moving in together. So yeah, some changes are happening. It's in the past position, and that is bringing you, that's what you are bringing to November. So with Ace of Cups, this is also your emotions overflowing. So like I said, in November we have two retrogrades. One is Jupiter and the other is Mercury. Mercury has to do with communication, and I'm seeing some challenges here in that department. This is a foggy mind. This with both these cards, it may feel like you don't have an option, an option, and if your hands are tied and you don't know what to do, so the mind is overactive, and so that's the reason why it's not able to see the options. But I will come back to this card. And wherever you are, it may feel like you are not able to connect with. Um, you're not able to connect, or something is um, kind of a little bit dragging and exhausting is what I want to say. And here with Ace of Cups, this is healing. And then Star is also here. Star is your advice card for the month. So November is a month of healing for you. So what I want to say is just pay close attention to what you are coming across when it be it relationships, be it your personal life, be it your professional life, be it your health. So if you haven't been feeling well, then this is where that recovery is happening, and by the end of the month, you will be back in your usual self. Okay, for some, this could also be travel. So if you are not feeling that energy, that inspiration, that motivation, then the card is reminding you, stay away from the noise, the busyness of everyday life, to take care of yourself. Because if you do that, by the end of the month, you will be perfectly fine. On the other hand, it also has to do with the healing a situation, something that you don't have clarity on. So if the mind is overactive, it also is reminding you, let things be and not worry about things. Don't try to control, don't try to make things happen. Instead, let things be and practice silence is also what this energy is. When I said that, what I mean is the taking time for self reflection, contemplation, writing in your journal, and connecting with yourself so you can hear your intuition. This is where mind is taking you to all the places that you don't want to go, and this is where that peace and harmony is needed. So that's the challenge. The challenge for you is, how can you stay connected to yourself when things are chaotic in your environment? Yes, it's a little bit chaotic. This is where you are rushing to get something done, or this is thinking loud. For in communication, this is also where you are reacting instead of really pausing to clearly understand what's going on, and that can lead to some mistakes later on, and you will have to then go back and fix things. On the other hand, it could also be a project that you are working on. Maybe the information is not clear, and um, or it could be that there is a deadline or something. This is where you are rushing to get things done, and this is business, diligent work, and you like head down on your desk and trying to get things done before the end of the month, something like that. So but you are finishing things by the end of the month. But also know how you want to stay, you can stay, create some kind of balance, so you can so instead of overwhelm, what you want to do is do everything in a calm way. That can only be possible when the mind is calm. And how can you keep the mind calm? In charge. So know who is in charge. If your mind is taking over, let pull the energy back, and you know do something, uh, to breathe deeply. So that's one way of doing it. one way of making sure that we are more centered and our energies are balanced. Breathe deeply, look outside, look at the sky, the vastness of the sky, and you will then, when we do that, we will realize that okay, the issue that I'm juggling with is not a big deal, that you can handle things more easily. So that is something. Or going for a walk, or just some other creative activities that you are good at. um, yeah, even if you are not good at it, you can still draw and paint and whatever. So, yes, that is the challenge. When things are chaotic in the environment, how can you stay calm and centered and not be bothered? Is what this energy is. When you do that, you will come across some new insights that will help you resolve the matters in an easy in an effective way, or the matters will get resolved on its own without you are doing anything. um, so yeah, healing. So there is an opportunity, Capricorn. So the situations that you are coming across now, it's actually drawing your attention towards an area that needs your attention, and that area needs healing. So it all depends upon how you are approaching it. So there is a new beginning happening here, which this is change and transformation. So this is you stepping into a new beginning, a new phase in your life, or it could be you coming across that awareness that beginning can happen anytime in our life. It's all about understanding ourselves and becoming more aware of what it is that we truly want to experience. So we don't have to wait for new year, we don't have to wait for our birthday. That opportunity is available every moment of our life. So it's all about understanding, okay, you know what, I am coming across this situation again and again, and I don't want to react to it or approach it in the same way I did in the past. I'm going to do something different here because done with this. I am tired of this. Now I don't want to repeat this. And so I'm going to approach it differently. So that's the new approach that the card is talking about. So for some, it also has to do with keeping the faith. So sometimes it may feel like, what's happening in the world and the government and everything. There are a lot of things that we don't have control over. But how these situations are affecting us is something that's in our hands. Like we can do something that in order to um, stay more peaceful and and establish that sense of harmony regardless of what's going on. So that's what this energy is reminding you. Both cards here has is asking for faith. And so again, like I said, you don't have to struggle with anything, you don't have to make things happen, you don't have to control anything. Let things be and let things fall and things are falling in place for you. So yes, faith is important, self reflection is important, and taking it easy is important. So okay, advice is star card. So advice and the challenge same, you know, the same meaning because this is opposite energies. And so that's the challenge. This is what you are experiencing, and this is the card. That's the challenge, and the advice is to stay connected to your heart. Release the need for you to over explain, convince, react, or rush through things. So whatever this situation is, it's reminding you to release, surrender, and let things be, and don't worry about things. So what is it that you need to release? So here, what I'm seeing is perfectionism. This is where you are for some, it could be a task that you are working on. You are diligently working on it, trying to make it perfect. Or it could be relationships. It's like you going back and trying to make things perfect. Or it could be something to do with your health. So perfection is what I am seeing here with both Wheel of Fortune as well as the Eight of Pentacles, and that could be the challenge, that tendency to have everything like balanced, perfect, ideal. This is idealism too. So when we don't see that, we have certain standards. Some of us, we have high standards, and we have so because we have high standards, we expect great things from our life, the people around, the situations, but without thinking, they have their own limitations. They can't meet our standards, they can't meet our expectations. So that is something that if you are not okay with, then there will be a problem. And if you are trying to make it perfect, control and everything, it will be really frustrating. So if this is something that you can keep reminding yourself, then you will be fine. But when you forget, then there will be a problem. So Capricorn, how can you keep reminding yourself that perfection is something that we can always strive for, but when we don't see that, we don't want to get frustrated. Things are as they are, it is what it is. The reality, if the reality doesn't match with our expectations, then we should just let things be. It's actually asking ourselves, okay, what can I live with, and what is non-negotiable. So acceptance doesn't always mean tolerating nonsense. Acceptance means letting things be, but then we can ask ourselves, okay, if is this something that I can live with, I can deal with? If not, then this is about releasing, staying away from that situation. So yeah, if you are choosing to be there, then the card is reminding you, be there with peace in your heart instead of controlling and making, you know trying to struggling to change, fix the outer. It's about changing yourself, adjusting, so you don't have to then struggle to change and fix, if that is the choice you are making. If it is something that is absolutely not aligned with what you want to experience in your life, and what your goals and dreams for your life, then this is about releasing. So there is a choice. So yeah, star here has to do with releasing. So it could be releasing expectations, it could be releasing something in your outer, and it could be releasing patterns, habits, tendencies that are not helpful anymore, and approaching the situations that you are coming across in a new way. So again, what this is hope and optimism. Star is hope and optimism. So looking at things in a new way, looking at seeing your experiences in a new way, you coming across some new understandings, and yeah, so that is actually helping you make decisions, make the right choices. And with a star card at Capricorn, what I'm seeing is you are not alone in this. Your guides are with you. Okay, you are guided. So what that means is it could be visible, like someone in your life who is helping you make the right choices and decisions, or it could be invisible forces, like someone who passed away, or someone, your angels, your guides, and how they are communicating with, they will be communicating with you through um, inspiration, signs, synchronicities, um, so that quiet whisper. So it's important to be with your breath. you know by that, what I mean is, when the mind is coming up with all these stories, just know how you can detach and be with yourself, stay in your heart, so you can clearly hear those whispers, and that will help you move forward with clarity. And that is not what I'm seeing here with all these cards. So just know, like, what are you missing here? um, because looks like there are certain things you are not seeing. So with on this card, the support is right there, but it's these two people, they are either they can't see it, or because of their own pride they are not going in. They are like, okay, I can handle it myself, I don't need help. But the whatever they need is right there. And this is also some information is hiding. So this is about acting first and thinking later. And this is the blindfolds could mean that they are not seeing something, they are not seeing the options that are in front of them, they are not listening to their own intuition. So just be aware of this. How can you, like, there is, it's not like there's a lot we have to do in order to hear out staying, in order to stay connected to ourselves. It's just taking few minutes in every day to write in your journal, like whatever it is that's in our mind, we can just transfer it onto a piece of paper. That itself is so relieving. That also sometimes help us find clarity. Or it could be just being with our breath. um it's just, we have 24 hours in a day, we can take at least 15 minutes in order to connect with ourselves. That will make our life so much easier. So that's what this energy is reminding you. And you might also come across some past memories, and this is coming up on the surface. This is coming to the surface in order for you to see them clearly, to understand what needs to be released, and where you are standing in your own way, and what needs to happen in order for you to move forward and experience and create the experiences that you truly want to live in your life. Okay, and then let's see here. Yeah, look at both these cards here. So this is where you are stirring up the subconscious. When we stir up our subconscious, things come to the surface, and that's what I'm seeing here. But then this is, you are realize you are becoming more aware of it, because it's now ready to be released, um, and healed. Okay, so don't fight with it. What it needs is your awareness. So if you are fighting with it, sometimes we fight with our own emotions because we don't want to feel in a certain way, so we try to control, we try to distract ourselves, we try to struggle with things like, make someone understand our point of view so we can be peaceful, or we try to change them so our life is you know peaceful, things like that. But maybe the energy is reminding you there is no need. And when we realize that there is no need, that is freedom, emotional freedom. Okay, in the center of the reading, you have a page of swords and page of wands. And like I said, this is where you are connecting with someone, or this is someone who you are having an argument with. So childish energy is what I'm seeing, and I don't see that maturity. And sun here is also like childlike energy. So ego is taking over for some of you guys. Look at this card. So when I said ego is not a bad thing, but it actually also has to do with our own personal agendas, our own ideas about things. And that actually, when we do that, we don't see the other person, we don't hear the other person. So that is what, maybe it could be that your siblings, it could be childhood friends, it could be children you are working with, children in your own life, or it could be some childish behavior. So just be aware how this is playing out in your own life. On the other hand, this is where you are being extremely cautious, just like as if you are walking on eggshells. And this is where you are just remaining optimistic, and you are considering your options. You are like a visionary. It's like, that, okay, whatever it is that I want to do, I want to experience, is not there yet, but there is a possibility, there is potential. So that's the place where you are coming from. Something new is on the horizon for you. This is a desert, but this page knows that he can make something amazing out of this space. So it's all about being aware of being more resourceful, and a vision. That's what I'm seeing here. This is your true north, meaning your vision, what you want to experience, how you want to move forward in your life is becoming clearer and clearer. So that is also because of that, because now your vision is clear, that you are also now ready to let go of something that doesn't align with that vision. It could be people, places, things, goals, habits and patterns that are standing in between. So amazing energy. So this also has to do with new energy, passion, um, being resourceful. And hierophant is on the conscious position. So this is where what I on the one hand what I'm seeing Capricorn is commitment. So whatever it is that you want to learn, so for some of you guys both these cards here has to do with learning or you beginning something. And when we begin something, it's always a little bit challenging. We may feel like there's a lot to learn, and it's very hard on our brain. And it also requires commitment, discipline, and this is in the environment. This is where you are doing something again and again, um, in order to master it. So it's repetitive task. It could be you going back and redoing something, like maybe you find a new way to do things. So that could also be the case. And yes, so something that you are trying new, which is a little bit exhausting, but then it has high potential. So keep going is what the energy is reminding you. But also remember to create some kind of balance. So hierophant here is a hierarchy, and this is strict rules, regulations, policies, which is also a little bit exhausting if you are someone who is creative. If you are someone who is really um, who is inventive, who is creative, who like to approach, who like to come up with new way of doing things, and um, being creative in your problem solving and things like that, this can be a bit exhausting, because this energy asks you to stay in the boundary and not experiment. This asks you to keep your leave your brain at home when you come here. So that's the kind of energy that I'm seeing. If you have a mind of your own, then you won't flourish in this space. So this is, like I said, they are asking you to leave your brain at home, then come here and follow whatever you are being told to do. So if that is the case, yes, it will be a little bit exhausting. And with this, it feels like, yes, you have a mind of your own, and you are a creative person who likes to approach the challenges and the task, um, in a new way, in a creative, inventive way. So that is one thing that I am seeing. So know how you want to navigate that situation. On the other hand, it could also be you going back to like old way of doing things, maybe like something that worked for you in the past. So it could be a new opportunity coming back, and you are going back to it. Again, it could be different things. It could be relationships, friendships, a task, professional life, things like that. On the other hand, it could also be, yeah, you seeking counseling, you seeking a third party perspective. On the other hand, this is also where it could be you that um, you are asked to, if things, if it feels like things, the situations that you are coming across is a little bit challenging, maybe the energy here is reminding you to again stay open to different way of doing things, different possibilities, different options. And sometimes when we stubbornly hold on to our own ideas about things, we miss the point and we make it harder on ourselves. So maybe this could mean stay open to different perspectives, ask for others perspectives, so you know what your blind spots are. Maybe that will help you see things from a different angle. Or yeah, or learning about it, doing your research, being more resourceful might help. So know where do you want to be a little bit flexible. The Ace of Cups here has to do with flexibility, flow. So how can you, when you come across this energy, know how you can create that flow in your life. This is stagnancy, feeling stuck, as if there is nothing you can do. But this is also available to us, the flow is also available to you, Capricorn. So how can you flow with these changes? So this could mean keeping an open mind, keeping an open heart, and letting these things be, and not struggling with, not fighting with these changes. On the other hand, this could be some like graduation ceremonies. So if you have been working hard on something, a project, like if you are in school or something, this is where you are completing it. Or if you, it could be you taking up a new area of study. uh, so yes, and this is where you are committed, you are diving deeper, and it's like you are curious, you want to learn more about whatever this subject is. So for some of you, it may have something to do with spirituality, community work, helping someone. So on the other hand, it could be your energy, Capricorn. If you want to trust yourself, the insights that you are coming across, your experiences, you also want to trust yourself. I don't know why I kept saying Capricorn. Actually, I'm reading for Sagittarius. Wow. Okay. Sorry about that. So this reading is for Sagittarius, not Capricorn. Okay. Yes, with Hierophant, for some, this could be a religious ceremony, some kind of traditional uh, things that you are doing. It could be a ceremony, it could be, like I said, renewing the vows or engagements, community work. Maybe you are at the church and helping out, volunteer activities, things like that. Or you visiting a place that has some kind of spiritual meaning for you, spiritual significance. Yes, travel is coming through, but this is where it's a little bit tiring. And Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Sagittarius, so this is totally your reading, Sagittarius. So okay, and Star is ruled by Aquarius, Sun is ruled by Leo, and Hierophant is Taurus energy, so it has something to do with your social circle. Okay. So yes, if you are going somewhere, then this is a little bit. It could be that you are over some, like maybe overseas trip, or it could be a long trip, and it's a little bit tiring. So know how you can take care of yourself, how you can like be prepared. So the journey is a little bit easier. Something to do with your health is also coming through here. So if you haven't been feeling well, then recovery is happening. So um, focus on healing. It could be physical body, it could be emotional healing, it could be spiritual healing. So mental health. On the other hand, with this, it has something to do with your feet, your like knee, your like joints, body pain, joint pain, something like that. And if that is the case, if that is something that is that you are coming across, this is some kind like traditional medicines. So this could be like ayurvedic treatment, like some massages or reiki, things like that. Maybe that will help instead of going for the regular um, treatment. This is where you are approaching a like a traditional way of doing things, is what I'm seeing here. Yes, opportunities is Knight of Swords. So we already spoke about this, so let's not go back to it, right? But the energy is just reminding you before you rush into it, like especially if it's a contract agreement, something like that, or some important stuff that you are coming across, before you jump into the conclusion and make a decision, just know what this is all about. So taking a step back to really evaluate the matter would be highly beneficial. Okay. So you don't have to then feel bad about things later on. But you are ending the month with the Sun card. This is where you are releasing a block. So some blocks have been removed here. So it could be internal blocks. So if you have been coming across some creative blocks, then that's now going away. This is where this is childlike energy. By that, what I mean is this is where you are not afraid to try something new and different. You are not worried about making anything perfect. You are okay with making mistakes, and you are not even concerned about that actually. And this is where you are doing something for the joy of doing it. You are not expecting any results or anything like that. This is where the main focus is joy, happiness, play, and spontaneity. And spontaneity is coming through here as well. So it could be like the people you are connecting with, you are connecting with them. There is a sense of warmth, you are meeting them with warmth. And it's not like there are any expectations or anything like that. You don't want anything from them, but you are just it's just the joy you are feeling, so that is lovely. uh, it's such a big relief when we meet people like that, who don't have any personal agendas, who don't have any expectations, and who just are joyful when they meet you, and when and they are present, they are right there with you. And the if you can connect with the people you are meeting, it will be like amazing again. So maybe you are meeting someone like that. On the other hand, yes, again, this is hope and optimism, you moving forward with optimism and beginning something new. Or it could also be existing life, maybe nothing changed. Maybe your approach changed, you changed, the way you look at things changed. So a rebirth moment for some of you. And yes, a good news is coming. Good news is also what this energy is. Congratulations. Again, something to do with children in your life, maybe in the something to do with that area, family, kids, or this is you looking at the brighter side of things. Sunny days are ahead. Okay, now let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards. This is where you are completely healed and you are ready to move on, Sagis. Whatever, or you are ready to begin again, whatever that means for you. This doesn't always have to be about quitting, leaving. It also has to do with approaching the challenges you are coming across in a new way and releasing old habits, patterns, because that's what rebirth is all about. We don't have to die in order to be born again. There is a death happening within us every single moment. Our cell, our cells are dying and new cells are being formed. But when we hold on to our old patterns and habits, then it may feel like we are coming across the same situation again and again. But when we can create a breakthrough, when we become aware and challenge ourselves to approach our life in a new way, then we create that rebirth moment for us. And this is where that is happening, a release, and regeneration is happening, resurrection is happening, renewal is happening. Spirit, please give us a message for Sagittarius. What do we need to know? What do we need to be aware of? Sagittarius, your message is let it go. Wow. I just told you, yes, release. So, what needs to go, Sagis? But this is where you are letting it go, whatever that means for you. Okay, let me read this out to you. 100 is the page number. Whew. This totally goes with your advice card for the month, Sagis. Release the past, forgive, soften, move forward. Change is one of the most Change is one of the most difficult things for our heart and mind to accept. Maybe you are on the brink of an ending, a hurt, or a loss, or perhaps you experienced an ending in the past but are still carrying the pain within your heart and your mind. Just as the shoreline doesn't try to hold on to the sea, this card comes with encouragement to begin the process of letting go. Letting go is rarely something that happens in an instant. More often, it's a process that can take days, weeks, months, or even years. The process always begins with a willingness and a wanting to be free of what once was. Holding on to an emotion such as sorrow, anger, or disappointment is a normal part of the process. And in order to be free of it, we must first feel it fully. Emotions are feeling in motion, they are not meant to be stagnant. Water is the same. It wants to move and flow. When we allow our emotions to be there fully, they rarely last as long as they would do if we repress them. When we avoid endings for whatever reason, the symbolic waters within us can build up and become stagnant. Call upon the waters within you to flow freely. Let the dammed walls of past hurts come tumbling down. Let the waters within you travel out into the world. Let them find their way past stones and riverbanks. New streams are calling you forth. Let the ocean call you home. Soul inquiry. What are you willing to let go of? Wow. Yes. So that's exactly what we have been talking about all this time, and something to consider. But this is where you are letting go. Sajis, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Do remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. And if these messages helped, do support the channel. Thank you so much and help me grow this channel. Thank you. Please take good care of yourself, and I will see you in the next reading. I hope you have a magical month ahead. Take care.